A lot of traders focus on the end goal of getting funded, but they don't really understand the progression that happens beforehand. Today I'm going to actually break down what the actual development pathway here at Axia looks like, from course grad all the way to live trader. Now, one of the biggest mistakes new traders make is focusing entirely on the destination. And I've seen this time and time again as head of the Cyprus trading floor. When grads first get here, they have in their mind that this is what I want. I want that funded account, okay? I want that payout. I want the capital. But in reality, professional trader development happens in stages. And each stage exists to develop a different set of skills. And this video is going to be all about that. I'm going to be going through the stages of when a grad first joins our trading floor here in Cyprus, all the way up until where they're live and beyond. Now, let's start with, well, the initial elephant in the room, the biggest misconception. I have grads many times who have first come onto the floor. I'm going to come in, I'm with Axia, I'm on a floor where I've got live traders around me as well. And because of that, I might be able to even sit next to some of them, get a silver spoon fed into my mouth, show this is how you actually make money. And well, Bob's your uncle. But unfortunately, that isn't the reality. And I'm sure all of you, or at least most of you, should know that and expect that. Progression isn't linear. People, unfortunately, expect speed. They are outcome focused. And really what it's actually about is that skill acquisition versus account acquisition. So what do I mean by that? The first thing when a grad does come onto my floor is, again, and I'm sure you've all heard me say it time and time again, if you haven't, the two things that will guarantee you success, or at least guarantee you the greatest chance of success, is curiosity and adaptability. Being able to be curious enough to learn new edge, learn new skill, learn from the people around you, learn from the discussions, learn from the mistakes. And of course, adapting when environments change, when different markets are in play and beyond. And unfortunately, due to a lot of these online prop firms, shall we say, most traders actually have that focus on just getting funded. But really here, and what I do and what we all do as coaches and mentors here in Axia, is we focus on building somebody who's capable of staying funded or staying live, as opposed to somebody just getting live. We're not here to reward people succeeding on a whim or on a P&L target, and we're going to go into that in a little while. But what we want are the 8-figure traders who are going to have long, healthy, and sustainable careers. Of course, it's a roller coaster. Trading is an incredible endeavor, but we'll always have the ups and downs. But we want those traders who are going to be able to keep that account, keep pushing forward, and keep rising to the top as best as they can all the time. So where does this all begin? Well, here in our Axia Cyprus trading floor, it's all about that early stage development. When a grad first gets here, they probably done the career program online. If not, some of them choose to actually do the career program here as well, which is the 4-week program. But they will have had an understanding nonetheless. When they start the blueprint program, where we have various stages of this program, there are many things I'm looking to pass on and to show and improve upon the traders on that first foundation development. Some grads, when they first get here, have maybe been trading some of these funded accounts or trying to trade, paper trade at home for a couple of years, or they've come from CFDs or they come from crypto, and they have various misconceptions in their mind, or they have various strategies that they might have learned from some YouTuber. But the reality is very different. And my job that I take very seriously in showing them that and helping them understand that. Now, it's not to say what they've learned is useless, of course not. Time in the market is so important, but what I really want them to understand is the learning processes that is required, especially in this early stage development. So in the first couple of months when they're in, let's say, stage 1 of their evaluation, it's all about building the routine, building how to prepare for things properly. Like we had, for instance, the last FOMC, which was last Wednesday. And that was the first FOMC that we had Walsh speaking. And for me, it was so important to see the grads really prepare and hone down that preparation skills within that. Because again, it was the first Fed that we had seen with Walsh, and the central banks are now starting to come into their own environment. The US Iran theme has tapered off. So that preparation is so key. And of course, the flip side to that, reviewing reviewing and debriefing habit. That's something else that we want to see. It's the alpha and the omega, let's say, of trading. The clicking of the button is the easy part. It's the preparation, and then of course, how do you do that deep, rich review? Now, we call this the first stage of evaluation, but we're not actually looking at P&L. I've got a grad right now who's going through that stage, and my biggest point that I keep making to them is we're not looking at P&L. Of course, for sure, try different risk management techniques, try different trades. He even came to me actually last week and suggested, can I just try doubling all my size so I can learn to see how things move with the bigger size? Of course, because P&L is not something that we're looking for in stage 1 of your evaluation. What we are looking for is evidence development. And by doing so, we want to see how they tag on our own proprietary analytics software that we have that's in-house with Axia. So tagging every single trade, reviewing every single trade, day, month, quarter, the preparation skills. Now we just had that Fed. I'm reviewing Fed preparation and of course reviews on all of that. Self-awareness as well and accountability are also two huge things that I am looking for these grads when they're at that early stage. And I do make it clear, we are still evaluating at this stage. Even though we're not looking at P&L, we are evaluating how somebody works on these foundation, these golden skills that they have to learn from the get-go. And we do this because before we even think about or worry about a trader's performance, we're usually focused on that behavior. The things that I really want you at home who are watching this video, whether you're doing a remote program with us at Axia, or whether you're about to join a floor, or whether you're doing your own thing, there's 3 key things I want you to really think about, especially in your early stages. Learn how to understand, how to really do that deep learning. Learn how to review, and of course, learn how to prepare. Those are going to be the 3 most important key factors on anybody on an Axia journey, especially when they're here on my Cyprus trading floor. Now, of course, we've just spoken about that stage 1, so it's almost the beginning of a grad's journey here on our trading floor. It's so important as well to understand, actually at this point for me to mention, so many traders, so many grads who come here have been used to maybe some kind of online profit target system and setup where, unfortunately there is this so-called reset culture, which is what we like to call it, where, okay, they blow up an account, go again, blow up an account, go again. We're not looking for that kind of trader. Or what we're looking to do is develop consistent traders. Consistency, not in P&L again, as we just said in that first stage, but demonstrating consistency on their learning and their process skills. Now, once they have gone through that stage 1, we also have a stage 2 where we're happy to put a grad from, okay, we're very happy with this grad's progression in terms of how he's processing, how he's preparing, how is he reviewing, how is his integration with the other traders, how is his relationship with the other traders, even the live traders, what is he learning from them, how is he gaining all of this knowledge and seeing how they're really acquiring those skills or multifaceted skills that every trader needs. And when they go on to stage 2, that's when we start to really look at how they're performing. And again, I want to make it very clear, we do not look at an arbitrary figure of a target. Then once you hit that, you go live. It's still process orientated. We have many other metrics as well that we are looking for. Again, we do use our own proprietary in-house analytics tools between all of the coaches and mentors. We speak every week in discussing grads throughout all of our offices. But we put that together with the understanding of how the grad is progressing at those stages. So when they are on that stage 2, and we are looking at now more performance focus, while we still see those foundations building, they don't ever just stop, they just keep growing all the way throughout. But once they are on that stage 2, we're going to start looking at how they manage risk. And in doing so, how they're going to develop their own confidence. For example, now where a central bank theme is emerging, this grad, how do they understand central banks? They might feel very confident in it. Okay, wonderful. If you feel like you've got a edge skill level of X, then you now need to use appropriate risk. And we want to see how they can manage that risk. Because ultimately, when a trader goes live, they of course have risk managers. And if you haven't seen my video on risk managers at Axia, you can see that here in the top right corner of your screen on how I manage risk here in Cyprus. But it's allowing the trader to understand that there are 3 aspects to their management. There's trade management, of course, learning how to take the trades, access, stops, profit targets, etc. There's risk management, and of course, there's account management. So we want to see how they're starting to develop all of those skill sets. The next is, of course, building trust. I want to see how I can build trust with the trader. So, for example, if they're getting very close to going live, and I feel that they're going close to going live, but I still feel they might need a month or 2, on sim to prove very specific niche orientate things I need to see from them. They have to really trust us as a team. That for us, we're not here to keep a grad on sim as long as possible. We want traders going live and of course making money, but we need to make sure that they can hit the ground running and avoid tripping up as much as possible. So some of the various things that I'm observing when I am looking at their P&L, especially when there's been a big movement in the market, let's say a big news headline hit, I'll look to see what grad took that's on stage at this second stage. How did they apply the risk? Did they leave a lot of action on the table? Could they have kept their trades in longer? Sometimes I'll bring them in and have a one-on-one with them and say, what happened there? Maybe they didn't hit it. But it's very important for us to observe these traders on a day-by-day basis when big things happen. But of course, we also love to read their reviews. For example, again, we just had the FOMC, as I've just recently said. I want to see these traders Fed's reviews. How did they prep for it? What were their expectations? And how were the actual trades themselves? Because again, I can't emphasize this near enough. There's 3 parts to your trading: the prep, the click, and the review. The prep and the review are, of course, the far most important points. Anyone can click a mouse, anyone can hit the button, anyone can pull the trigger. What you really need to know and understand is how you can prepare as best as possible and how you can truly review and debrief the particular trade to get the most out of it. So we've covered from when a grad has come through the doors, they have perhaps some misconceptions about trading, and it's our job to really put them in that right direction. And again, I like to say something that I say to a lot of the grads is trading is a 4 or 5 lane highway. Our job to keep you guys in lane. Of course, you're going to veer off side to side. That's the whole part of the journey, but it's our job to really keep you in lane and make the most ground as possible in your development stages. So we've covered stage 1, where we're building evidence development in the trader, and then stage 2, where we're of course looking at performance development. Now, once we actually take a trader live and a trader's taken that step, and if you haven't seen the interview with Dom, who's a recent grad to live trader, you can see that here on the top right corner of your screen. Once that trader goes live, it doesn't just end there. We don't just say, great, you're live, crack on, good luck. We really expect from them far more responsibility, far more accountability when they are trading. We've got greater expectations from them, higher standards. Especially, of course, when markets change or when environments change or when there's increased opportunity. We're always making sure that we're still taking care of our grad live traders, just as we are with our grads who are just coming through the door, because they're always, I would say the first 5, even 10 years of a trader's journey, they will still encounter something new. Arguably, even some of our traders have been 17, 20 years, may find things that are coming out new that they have to learn to adapt from. So when a trader is live, we are really looking forward to helping them through that journey. And one of the most important things that I do say to them is that more opportunity, just because they're live now, isn't going to solve their problems. It exposes them. And actually, it's a great point to say here, with some of these, people can go live in 2 days essentially, or even 1 day. I don't know how they work specifically, but when they do, there's no sense of understanding what it really means. Once our traders are live, we want them, we keep them live as long as they're showing us that striving attitude, the fighting, the surviving attitude, because their job is all about surviving. I say it to every trader who goes live. Your job the first year is to survive the environmental market changes, the environment shifts that are around you. Survive, because of course there's going to be costs, there's going to be desk costs, there's going to be their own terminals, their exchange fees, etc. So they need to survive, and eventually, I had a live trader go from grad to live. I'd say midpoint of last year, and for a few months he was in this loop of circle of where he was in his account. We kept on saying, just survive. The right trade will come and will help you trade water, and it did. And actually it happened not too long ago for another one of our grad to live traders. And that point will come. The right trade will fall on their lap. They would have had the right preparation, the right amount of sleep the night before. They've eaten well, they're prepared, they're sitting, their hands on the mouse. The trade comes, they hit it, and they make their first big trade. When that happens, again, just like I'm saying, we don't just leave them to it and say, oh, hey, well done. I want to see how they're going to take that. Are they going to now start to slip, start to feel a bit more comfortable? Absolutely not. It's our job to make sure that they're going to keep pushing strong and forwards at all times. So that pretty much sums up the journey from grad walking through our doors all the way to going live. And one of the questions I've actually had a few grads ask me, especially the ones that come through our doors right at the beginning, when I give them the opportunity, the question was, what do successful traders have in common? And there's many things, and I could actually make a whole other video on that, but the main things are going to be consistency. It's absolutely key in their routine, in their habits, in how they're particularly approaching things, and of course just general discipline. Coachability as well, being open to understanding and speaking to a risk manager or speaking to a coach, a mentor, and going, oh right, okay, you know what, there's this, there's that, I didn't think about that. And again, adapting. They also have patience, self-awareness, and that long-term mindset. And that's something that I want to really hammer in here, is long-term mindset. Trading is not an overnight success pill. You're going to hit a couple of trades, you're going to have a really good few weeks, and you've made enough money that other people might make in a year. Every trader, and some of our most senior traders here on the Cyprus floor, who are incredible multi-seven-figure traders and beyond, they all have one particular thing in common, which I absolutely love, and I always tell and remind the grads, is they have that absolute passion like they did when they first got here, which is, I need my biggest year. I need my biggest year yet. I need to have my biggest month yet. They're always pushing. They're never going to say, oh, I've made X amount, I'm happy, I can kind of take it easy. They're always pushing themselves to a higher level every single time. The reason for this video was simple. I've seen many comments on YouTube as well as how are traders funded. They seem to think it's some kind of mystical evaluation. Isn't. It's all about grads coming onto the floor, showing us those two important things, like I said, which is the curiosity and adaptability. But more importantly, having grads who are here willing to learn, to be open, and to build pure trading careers from absolute beginning all the way and beyond. Our process here that we've curated over many, many years, and we keep evolving as we go on, is all about protecting traders, protecting their careers that they have ahead of them, building their confidence, building capability, and most importantly, making sure that they have, should I say, sustainable careers. It's all about development over speed. Our goal isn't simply to just have traders go live. Our goal is to develop traders who are going to be capable of sustaining opportunity once they get there.